Even apart, you're never far.
Imprinted upon my heart.
The land of Facebook, everybody knows each other, even if they've never met in person, right? So Isabella was one of those people for me for a few years. And I was like, this chick seems pretty cool. Like, that sounds like somebody I can hang out with, right? So we started commenting on each other's stuff. It's like light Facebook flirting with a new grooming friend.
Kat and I wouldn't know anything about that.
Yeah, you had one of those women rants going on too. So, when I was hired by Colin to go and host the Master Groom International Conference, which would have been, I guess, 3 years ago in May, maybe 2 years, I don't know. Anyway, Isabella was on the roster. And so like I messaged her and I was just like, oh my God, I can't wait to actually meet you in person. She's like, oh my God, me neither. And then it was like, whatever, fluff, fluff, fluff. Well, when we arrived in Coventry and I looked across the hotel lobby and I saw her face and she saw my face, it was one of those, oh, you know, friend for life. It was, she zoned in on me, I zoned in on her. She is one of not only the most talented, obviously, groomers. If you're friends with her on Facebook, anybody, it's clear to see. And she does it so effortlessly. But on top of that, her passion for what she does is huge. And there's nothing egotistical about her. There's nothing unfriendly about her. She warms your heart when you meet her. She's just, she's a gorgeous human being inside and out, right? And she doesn't give a crap if you're sitting around having a drink and swearing your face off because she's doing it right along with you. You know, we're basically soulmates, her and I. Sorry. Yeah, I can't wait to see her in person. So that weekend, she was on stage to do the Asian fusion. And I don't know if you've seen the video, but I could find it and send it to you. She had a apricot miniature poodle on the table and she was doing a spiral trim. She didn't want to do a spiral trim because she didn't think the dog had enough hair, but there's 300 people in the audience and I'm like, does everyone want to see a spiral trim by Isabella? And it was like, what? She was like, secretly, screw you, Barb. And because she has to now, right? So of course she did an absolutely ridiculous job in probably, you know, 15 minutes of this dog. But what really killed people was she's like, there's just this way I do top knots that I'd like to share with you all. And we're like, oh yeah, okay, you know, and we've all seen poodle top knots being done on video and in person and seminars at contests and stuff. I have never seen anything like this before. So she takes the dog's little head. I'll use my phone. She takes the dog and his nose is right here. She fluffs the top knot up. She takes her scissors, opens it up fully wide, goes to right beside the dog's eyes and just closes it as she comes up. And the dog's top knot was perfect. And everyone went, oh, and you know what she said in front of the 300 and something people? She's like, fucking love doing that.
Same hers as well. We're coming, a little hello.
If we can bribe Isabella then for you, dark secrets that you can blackmail her with. Story. I think there's Isabella and I judged together on several competitions, and she's always great fun. She's always great fun to have around. She is very, very mischievous, very mischievous. Got to watch her like a hawk because she'd be doing something crazy. And you can always tell because she's got that twinkle in her eye and you just know she's up to something or she's going to say something funny that's going to make you laugh. She's got a very dry sense of humour. But she's also got this really sensitive side as well. And I don't think a lot of people quite understand that she is very sensitive, and although she's very outgoing, she's also very sensitive. And we spent a long journey once in Spain together in the back of a car, on a journey going from the airport to somewhere. I can't remember where it was in Spain now, but we were just talking, and Isabella let me in a little bit into her personal and private life, and it wasn't until then that I realised just how sensitive and caring she actually is, and she is. She can come across a bit blustery, and she says it like it is, but actually, you know, she's a big old pussycat, really. I think the funniest and the one that stands out the most was, I can't remember what competition it was now. It was several years ago. I think it might have been a master groom, one of Colin's master groom competitions. I think it was. And we were judging a class together. And we were all in a blind panic because she didn't turn up. She was late because she was hungover. As she rocked down, she said, I'm here. And we were all okay, but we were ringing out. We were trying to ring her up. Where the hell are you? And she wasn't answering her phone. Oh no! And we were too far from the hotel for somebody to go and get her. But yeah, she did turn up eventually. But she just takes it all in her stride. She's huge fun. She really is, and she's very kind, and she'll help anybody with anything. And she's just a really great person. She really is. Yeah. And I think the last competition we did, I can't think where that was in the UK. We judged again. We were judging together, and at the end of it, I turned to her and I said, "Do you know what, Isabel? I really like you." And she said, "Do you know what, Pammy? I really like you too." And we had a hug, and you know, we both went on our ways. And but that was really nice, and you know, and I treasure moments like that because I'm a bit of an old softie. I know that I might not see her again for another 5 years, but when I do, it wouldn't be like strangers.
Hello, darlings.
Told you you're gonna love him.
Look at the shape of me, Helen. I am like a fucking bat out of hell. I've been gone when the morning comes.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're going to ask us questions, and we're going to tell you things about Isabella.
Though miles lay in between.
Close my eyes and dream.
There you are in my serene.
Well, I think it's about 7 years ago now. I got the chance to meet Isabella at a seminar. I'd admired this woman's work and who she was, but I needed to know. I needed to know who she was. Kept looking at this dog called Elvis all over Facebook. Just absolutely blew me away, her work. And then I saw a seminar that came up, and she was going to be in the UK. And watched it. I was just sat there like totally in love, like just watching. Don't think I said too much. Went out on a cigarette break, as you do, and she was speaking like, I was just like, I said, I need to ask. I said, why was I expecting you to be Spanish? And this is me, I waffle. And she was just there, and she went, "Gosh, I'm English, me, babe, you know, and I've moved out there." She's like, but we just hit it off and clicked. And I went, oh my God. And I was like, it was like talking to a famous person for me. I was just like blown away by her completely. And I thought, and I said, oh my God, I'd love to come and spend some time with you. She went, yeah, of course, no problem. And we just hit it off and stayed up near Isabella's a couple of times now. And I just adore her. I adore her as a friend. I adore her as a groomer and as a person. And I think she's so beautiful and so loving, so kind. Tells it straight and just as it is. I just love her. I'm still overawed with it. It's like I know a famous person when she's with me. That's how I feel. And I'm proud to say she is a friend.
Met Isabella about, just like the rain, I went to a seminar in Sligo about 5-6 years ago, and I met Isabella there. She was doing the seminar. She was doing her amazing spiral trim on a dog that hadn't got a very good coat, but she made it look unbelievable. And I was mesmerized by how amazing she was. And she was asking questions to the crowd. And she asked this question about, do you know a bull's lick? Do you know what a bull's lick means? It means like you've got a crown in your head, that your hair grows in different directions. In Ireland, we call it a bull's lick. And she said, what do you call this here? And she started going on about the dog's hair that grew in different directions. And I said, well, we call it a bull's lick or a double crown. And she started laughing and squealing and roaring out of her, going, what the hell is a bull's lick? And I said, well, it's something that you probably don't really know. And she turned around, she says, well, I thought you said balls lick. And then we just clicked it off from there. And I contacted her when it was all over. And I thanked her for being there. And I really enjoyed her company. And then I got to meet her when she came. I booked her to come to a seminar here in Derry in Northern Ireland, and I got to meet her then. And my God, I was going to the airport and I was phoning Lorraine, my other friend here, my beautiful friend Lorraine, and I was saying to Lorraine, what is she like? Oh my God, this woman's famous. What am I going to expect? What? She says, don't worry about it. And we had just moved into a new house, and my house wasn't very nice. And I thought, she's going to think my house is awful. And Lorraine says, don't worry about it. She's class. Don't worry about it. This, that, and the other. And whenever I got her at the airport, she started speaking this fluent English and carrying on with me. And she smoked fags the whole way home in the car. And then we got back here and she had a seminar the next day. Me and her took to the wine. So you might be able to bribe her with this one. We took to the wine and we drank till 4 o'clock in the morning. And then she got up at 7:30 and she done a seminar, and it was bloody fantastic. And I thought, how fucking professional are you, my dear? How professional are you? And we just fell in love then. So we've got a 3-way bond. We've got Lorraine in England. We've got Isabella in Spain. Isabella. And then you've got me here, little old Ireland, the Irish leprechaun. So I just love her. And she is the most sincere person you will ever meet in your life. She comes across as this big tough lady that travels the world, but deep down inside she's got the biggest heart, and she's like candy floss that just melts. I love her.
Yes,
I love her.
Definitely. And it's just going to have to be the Spiral Queen. Now, how we would make that one up?
Do you ever see those licorice snakes sweets? I would have one of those wrapped around the glass. I then would have a wee bit of gin, some white rum, and maybe a little bit of, I don't know, popping candy, and then some strawberries and strawberry liqueur.
With a long, like the tea, the Long Island tea almost, but I'd be doing it a lemon fashion. She loves the lemons. She always has lemons every morning. Every morning she has a lemon water, and she's got loads of lemon trees in her garden, and it would be a very lemon infused drink, I think. I like the idea of the popping candy though. That's pretty cool. Around the top, like they do the tequila.
Lovely.
I can go with that, Michael.
And every sip, it'll explode in your mouth.
Yeah.
Yourself.
Believe in yourself. I'm just going to say exactly the same. Yeah.
She gives you so much courage, not even grooming related, but if you have, like I was doing something on a TV show and I was fucking melting. So I had Lorraine on one phone and then I had Isabella on Facebook, and I was like going, what am I going to do? And between the two of them, they're both equally amazing friends. And the courage and the enthusiasm that they give you between them is unbelievable. And for me, she builds you up and she makes you feel good about yourself. She's amazing mentor in that way.
She gives amazing positivity and inner strength. Because with me, I don't have very much confidence in myself. Anybody that knows me knows I'm not very confident. Might have been grooming a long time, but it takes me a bit to build myself up and go, I can do this. And Isabella just goes, just pull yourself together. You can do this. You can do it. You got it. Just do it. And I did the same thing a little bit on the TV, and I spoke to her about one particular design because I just needed some mental help. And she went, pull yourself together, Lorraine. I know you've never done it, but you can do it. And she said, that's all I'm going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you how to do it. You've seen me do it. You don't need to tell me again. You don't need me to tell you again. So just do it. Just do it because you can do it. And you're like, oh, okay.
She has a way to persuade you to do things that you're uncomfortable with in your own mind, knowing in the background you could probably do them anyway, but she'll push you that wee bit further. She's amazing. Fuck you, Helen.
I'm thinking, well, you see, Isabella can be like, and I mean this in the nicest way, but she can be a tough person, you know. She has this way that you think, God, she's a really strong woman. So she could, but we both know her, and she's got such a soft side and she loves big hugs, and she needs herself some inner confidence sometimes. So I don't know, regard the program.
I know the perfect one for her. If we could remake Queer as Folk, she could be my fag hag and we could be in the movie together. She loves the big life of us in the Queer as Folk life, and she just loves everybody. And do you know what? I think she would be Love Island. She could be amazing. She can dwell with anyone. And as for that program, Queer as Folk, that was made in the UK, it was also made in America, I think, as well. I think she could be my, not fag hag, my fag mistress, best friend.
She would definitely want Michael as the man on the side. You're her George Michael.
George Michael. Well, I'd like to be the nut.
I have to say, I'm so happy and proud that she's in my life. I am super happy, even more so, that we've got this sort of like non-sexual threesome going on.
Yes, and it is unbelievable.
We really work well together. I know she's admired by many people, and many people she's admired by that don't know her. And anybody that says, "Oh, I've seen this groom," even new groomers coming up now, and I go, you need to just follow Isabella's grooms. She doesn't groom as often now as what a lot of she's not mainstream group, but you just need to follow her. You need to look at the pictures, and you need to learn and you can learn so much just by looking at her photographs, by any videos she does, if you can't get to see it. But I would always advise going seeing Isabella and spending a workshop and just get to know her. She's wonderful, massive inspiration.
She is an inspiration to not only us, Lorraine, but to the whole world that has actually seen her. She is unbelievable, and she has the massive heart. Yes, comes across as very strong, as on the back of what you've already said. Our bond between the three of us is like we just click. We don't even groom together. We don't do nothing like that together. We just click as a threesome, a happy friendship threesome that we just love one another, and we phone one another, we answer one another, we send each other texts. Like I have you tortured at 6 o'clock every morning, Lorraine, and I also try and torture Isabella, but she was very busy sometimes with her family and things. But other than that, you know, she is a massive impact and inspiration in my life and yours as well, Lorraine.
Yeah.
If you're having hard times, she'll just say it how it is. Like you said, fucking deal with it. Get this done. Do this. Stop pissing about. And she's 100% right. She is amazing. And we just love her.
And we do
We love her to bits.
love that. Love that.
Was even apart.
All I need to do is remember the truth.
From my heart, you will never depart.
Isabella, it's me. Don't be surprised. Thank you, Helen and Barbara, for inviting me to do this. I really want to do this because I want to really show my love to you, that I really want to tell you that you are the very, very special person that I have ever met in my life. Don't laugh at me, you know. 5 years ago when I heard about you is from the Facebook. I saw your crazy spiral things, and I know you are a mutual friend from Elena. So I have go through a lot of your special works, and since then I am your little fans. It's true, I'm a little fans, and to me you are just like a stars, like a big stars shining. And I keep following you since then until Elena make us to meet together. That was a very, very meaningful things to me. It was really exciting, but at the same time I feel really nervous because I just cannot believe it that I'm going to stand on the stage together with you and do some seminars, some demonstrations. It's just really special to me. But I feel really lucky to have you to do this together with me. See, I'm very nervous because I'm trying to show how much love to you. Look, I can't even express myself clearly. Okay, and that's a lot of things I want to say. I want to thank you. I want to thank you for teaching me on how to be able to stand on the stage confidently and to talk to people. And thank you for showing me how to be true to ourselves and how to show people our real feelings. I think this is really important because you know, we Asian, we are really conservative. And to me, you are the weirdest people to me. Because you are just so true to people. You're just so true to yourself, and you just say whatever you like, include, you know, the efforts. And yes, you say it, you say it and you mean it with confidently. Okay, and I also want to thank you for sharing me all your grooming skill when we were together. Thank you for teaching me how to groom better, and I will never forget that. I will never forget that. I have a lot of good memory with you and Elena. I know you and Elena, you both are very good sisters, and I'm always the one who is the quiet one, that just don't like to talk that much. But I always listen to both of you, because I think because I think people like me, I really need people like you in my life, and I really need many of you in my life, not just one. And you really cheer up a lot of people. So you both are really my family. I really treat you like a family. And I know last year was really difficult to many of us, and I was feeling sick. Elena, I was feeling sick right now, and same as you. And we are kind of disconnected. But I do remember you many times. You just pop in my mind like many times that I sometimes I feel really weird, like I have a crush on you. but I know it's just I miss the time together with you and Elena a lot. I really miss that moment that we spent together. So I really hope that we can really meet really soon again. And I want to say some thank you for inspiring me to become a better person. Thank you for everything you did to me. Wait. Okay, that's one. Oh yeah, I just want to tell Isabella. Always remember, because I will never forget this this funniest thing ever in my life, which is you taught me how to smoke for the first time, how to roll up a tobacco, take a deep inhale. I got choked and I spit on the floor. I hope you remember this. You know, I'm not a smoker. I'm not good at this. And thank you for teaching me that. And for the first time we have met, I think that was a very special memory for you too, because I hope you don't forget the flights that you almost missed, the Bangkok flight. That when you come out from the house, I think you were crying. I remember you were crying and tell us how you actually wet your pants because you feel really nervous running around in Bangkok airport. So I think that was a very, very good memory for our the incidents from for our first met. And so much love to you.
Hi, Isabella. You don't know us because we haven't met you yet. But we have been hearing a lot of stories about you.
So I asked around in Ontario because one of my friends has hosted you for a seminar before. And so I asked them, does anybody in Ontario have any stories about Isabella? And I had an absolute outpouring of people just telling me how insanely talented and helpful and skilled that you were. I had so many people. I had people telling me, oh, we took her seminar and she made me hand scissor my entire dog instead of clip comb it. And she was like, I hated it. But I'm way better at scissoring now.
I had the pleasure of interviewing most of the people in this video, and I'm sorry, I have a hair in my face. My own. And one of the things that strikes me about you is that you're exactly the kind of person we want to hang out with. Don't be surprised when COVID's over if these faces show up on your doorstep. But no, everyone just talks about your sense of humor, how insanely inspiring you are, and how down to earth and true to yourself. And that's something that we both can totally admire. Not just that awesome spiral cut that's everywhere.
Right.
But I wish that we had personal stories, and I wish that we got to meet you this year because, again, you sound completely awesome, and we're very, very excited to meet you someday. So
yes, super excited.
Thank
you so much for judging this.
Thank you for judging.
Look forward to making our own stories in
Yes.
the future. But for now, it is all vicariously through your friends and
through everyone,
students, and anybody else who will talk to us.
So one day we'll have a glass of wine.
Yes, and share all kinds of stories.
All kinds of stories. Thank you.
Thanks.
Can't wait to meet you.
Even apart, you're never far, imprinted upon my heart.
Though miles lay in between, I close my eyes and dream. There you are, in my serene.
Because even apart, all I need to do is remember the truth. From my heart, you'll never depart.